My spouse gathered her whole clan to witness her handing me divorce documents on my birthday. Shock. I'm leaving you for someone who isn't a letdown. Her dad chuckled. We never imagined she'd tie the knot with someone so unworthy of her. They had sparkling wine, poised to toast my ruin. I grinned, quietly signed the forms, and walked away. Today, 6 months to the day, she was sleeping in her vehicle outside my place, pleading to speak, sending desperate please respond messages. I never thought I'd be sharing a tale like this. Part of me still can't fathom this mess actually went down, but here we are. Brace yourself, this is a long one. So I turned 34 last Saturday. Not a landmark birthday, but Clara, my wife, soon-to-be ex-wife, hinted she was planning something extraordinary for it. She was oddly thrilled about it all week, always on her phone, smirking to herself, acting super secretive. I figured she might be organizing a surprise bash or something sweet, especially after the rough patch we'd been navigating. Things between us had been strained, not yelling matches, but that icy, silent strain that sometimes cuts deeper. We'd been married 6 years, met in university. She was this stunning finance major from a wealthy family, and I was the scholarship student juggling 3 jobs to afford instant noodles. Typical tale, right? Her family never warmed to me. Her father, Winston, yes, that's his actual name, like some bad guy from a 90s flick, would drop snide remarks about my modest roots at every family gathering. Her mom would inquire about my little job, even after I'd climbed to project manager. Then there were Clara's endless social media posts showcasing our flat, which wasn't posh enough for her kin, but was all we could manage while I worked extra hours to save for a home. Clara's captions about embracing simplicity, or making do, painted us as some kind of pity case, always measuring our life against her cousin Leela, who married a private equity hotshot and lived in a sprawling estate. The past few months, Clara had been spending more time with her family, coming home late from work functions, reeking of high-end cologne. She'd get texts that sparked smiles she hadn't given me in ages. I'm no fool. I had my suspicions, but I kept thinking if I just pushed harder, landed that next promotion, things might improve. Back to my birthday. I got home from work, had to work on my birthday, adult life for you, and the flat was empty. Clara texted, telling me to meet her at her parents' place for my surprise. Odd, since their mansion was the last spot I'd choose for any celebration. Still, I thought maybe she was trying to mend fences with them. I arrive at their palatial suburban home. Clara greets me at the door with a strange grin that didn't touch her eyes. The living room is packed. Her parents, her sister Beatrice, a few cousins, some family friends from past events. They're all clutching flutes of bubbly. An awkward hush falls when I step in. Clara says, "Evan, we've got something special for your birthday." And her dad lets out a snort, not a laugh. A snort, like some animated bad guy. I'm standing there, wondering if they've got me a motorcycle or something. Ridiculous, I know. Then Clara pulls out a large envelope from behind her. For a fleeting moment, I thought it might be concert tickets. Then she says, word for word, "Surprise, I'm leaving you for someone who isn't a failure." The room goes dead quiet, except for her dad, who bursts into laughter. I'm frozen, trying to wrap my head around what's happening. Her dad says, "We never thought she'd actually wed someone so beneath her. Thank heavens she's finally seen reason." Clara thrusts the envelope into my hands. Divorce papers already filled out, just needing my signature. Her mom pops a bottle of sparkling wine and starts pouring more glasses. They'd orchestrated this as some twisted victory party. I don't know what they expected, me to sob, plead, make a scene. Instead, something inside me solidified. I looked at their smug faces, at the woman I thought I'd share my life with, and felt nothing. Like I was watching this unfold for someone else. I asked Clara for a pen. Her grin wavered. Not the reaction she anticipated, I guess. Her dad handed me his fancy fountain pen. I went to their gleaming quartz counter, spread out the papers, and signed every line without a word. No one spoke. The only sound was my pen scratching and someone's awkward cough. When I finished, I looked at Clara and said, "Thanks for the birthday present, best one I've ever gotten." Then I walked out. No door slam, no cursing, just left as they stood in stunned silence. Their faces, when I didn't crumble, almost worth the humiliation. I got in my car and drove aimlessly, ended up at a rundown bar where no one knew me. Ordered bourbon, then another. Stared at my phone as Clara's texts rolled in. "Why didn't you say anything? Are you really not going to fight for us? You're just proving me right by walking away." 3 drinks in, the numbness faded and a cold fury took root. Not the kind that makes you do something rash. The kind that makes you want to dismantle someone's world strategically. See, what Clara and her family didn't know was how much I knew. 6 years married to someone from a family that treats staff like props. You overhear things. You witness things, their bookkeeper who gets chatty at parties and mentions creative accounting. The cousin messing around with her sister's spouse. The dad's business trips that seem light on actual business. That night I did 3 things. 1, called my friend Marcus, the most cutthroat divorce lawyer in town. 2, started saving every questionable text Clara sent or received from our shared cloud. 3, listed every colleague and friend who needed to hear my version before hers. I didn't go home that night, crashed at a buddy's place, and woke to more texts from Clara, now less smug, more frantic. She thought I'd come crawling back, begging to fix things. Instead, by midday, Marcus had filed counter papers. I'd pulled my share from our joint accounts, left hers alone. I'm not dumb. And I'd rented a storage unit, moving my key belongings while she was brunching with her family, likely cackling about my supposed heartbreak. It's been a week. I'm in an airbnb plotting my next steps. Clara's gone from gloating to confused to furious to calling me hourly. Her latest text, "This isn't how it was supposed to happen." No kidding, Clara. None of this was. Marcus says I'm in a better spot than she expected. No kids, thankfully, my name on most of our big assets, and enough proof of her affair. Oh, did I mention she's been involved with her colleague Declan for months? Makes her disappointment claims pretty hypocritical. So here I am planning carefully. The anger hasn't faded, but it's sharp now. Her family thought I was nobody, treated me like garbage for years, celebrated my marriage's end like it was a promotion party. They don't know what's coming. Anyone else faced such a public betrayal by a partner? How'd you handle it? Right now, I'm torn between staying classy and going full scorched earth. And honestly, scorched earth is looking mighty appealing. Update. Wow, you all. I didn't expect my post to explode like that. My inbox is toast. Thanks for the support and awards. And to the 3 folks who messaged me with divorce lawyer suggestions, mad respect. It's been 3 months since that hellish birthday party. You've been asking for an update, so here it is. Strap in, it's wild. Let's start with the bombshell I found 2 days after my last post. I was digging through our shared cloud storage to save photos I wanted to keep before Clara could wipe them. Stumbled on a folder labeled Client Pitch. Odd, since it was created when Clara started acting shady. Being the paranoid guy I've become, I opened it. Not a client pitch. Hundreds of text screenshots between Clara and Declan going back 8 months. Pet names, hotel plans, enough emojis to fill a digital warehouse. Pro tip. If you're cheating, maybe don't store evidence in a shared cloud. Just a thought. There were photos of them together at places Clara claimed were late work nights. Guess she wasn't crunching numbers at 10 p.m. on a Tuesday. Unless Declan's physique was part of the data analysis. I sent everything to Marcus, my lawyer, who texted back, "This is like winning the lottery." The man's ruthless and I'm all in. That's discovery number 1, but it gets better. After the initial shock, I made 3 choices. 1, I'd focus on rebuilding myself, not just revenge. 2, I'd let the divorce play out through Marcus without talking to Clara directly. 3, I'd start crafting a new life that make her rue her choices. The flat we shared was too heavy with memories, so I got a month-to-month rental. Nothing grand, but it's got a tiny balcony where I can see the stars. First night there, I sat out with a beer, looked up, and felt a calm I hadn't known in years. Started hitting the gym not just for a revenge body, though let's be real, that's part of it, but to channel the rage. First week, my arms shook lifting anything. Now I'm starting to see muscle. Who knew fury could build triceps? The divorce process has been intriguing. Clara thought she'd get half of everything plus spousal support, claiming she gave up career chances for our marriage. Marcus chuckled at that. Hard to prove lost opportunities when you're spending work hours sexting your colleague. The affair evidence was our trump card. Clara's family always played the perfect, upright community leaders. Her dad, Winston, posts on LinkedIn about ethics and family values. The threat of their darling daughter's affair going public during the divorce made them suddenly open to Marcus's terms. One strange moment came when I was grabbing the last of my stuff from our flat. Clara showed up out of nowhere, first time I'd seen her since the birthday ambush. She looked off, hair messy, in sweatpants which she never wore before. She launched into a speech about her mistake, how Declan wasn't who she thought, how maybe we could talk reconciliation.